Hey everybody, my name is John T. Lanker, and today I'm here to break down the reasons why the Angels are such a bad organization and the depression that comes with being an Angels fan year in and year out. So, here we go, some logistics. Way back when, 2002 is the last time the Angels won the World Series, which is the championship. Since then, they've made the playoffs twice. They made it in 2009 when I was 3 years old, don't remember that. And 2014 was the last time they made it, and they got swept by the Royals, who ended up winning the World Series that year. So, since 2014, the Angels have not made the playoffs, and they also haven't had a single winning season, which means they haven't won more games than they've lost since then. So, over a decade, it's been misery every single year. So, I want to break down why. Artie Moreno, who is the owner of this team, is basically poison in the bottle to the fan base because he doesn't know how to run a team, okay? He drafts players, and then he doesn't know how to develop them in minor leagues to get to the major league level to perform the way they need to do. And so then that just makes it worse because your team can't get better that way. He also doesn't know how to get pitching for your team. And so when you have good pitching, you can be a pretty good team, but when you don't have pitching, you can't be good. And so that's why they haven't been good. And also, he signs players in free agency to really big contracts and deals who don't deserve that much money. Okay, so here's a couple examples. 2012 was when we had Mike Trout on our team, and he's the greatest player of this generation. He's been really good, right? He's still on our team, which is poor guy. It's sad. 2011, we had Albert Pujols sign a deal for us, 10 years, $240 million, which is way too much money. And so he came from the St. Louis Cardinals, and we gave him way too much money, which means we couldn't spend as much money as we could if we signed him for less, okay? So on top of that, 2018, okay, we signed Shohei Ohtani. You probably know this guy. He is a two-way phenom from Japan. He can pitch and he's a hitter. So he's a power hitter. So we have him and Mike Trout, two of the greatest players this game have ever seen, who will not win anything in that time frame because our organization is so bad. Okay, there's no surrounding players who can support them, which means your team is going to be bad, right? So that's why they are bad. So in 2019, it gets worse. We signed Anthony Rendon, who's a third baseman, to a 7-year, $245 million deal, which is way too much money because this guy is not as good as people think he is. And so he's been hurt way too much. So he's probably played maybe 70 games in 6 years. Breaking down, there's 162 games in one season, which that's horrible. That's not going to do anything good. So he's sitting at home, making all this money, doing nothing. And we can't spend money to get other decent players. So our team is just reliant on really young players, which means they're not ready to play for us yet because they're not ready for the major leagues, which means we're bad, right? 2023, Shohei Ohtani, last deal in his contract. He could sign in free agency the next year, but instead of trading him in the trade deadline to try and get value for him to get players to help your team, Artie Moreno decided, you know what, our team's pretty good. We're going to keep him. We think we're going to make the playoffs. But guess what? That didn't happen, guys. That didn't happen. So our team ended up playing horribly at the end of the year. Ohtani ended up signing with the Dodgers that offseason, and we didn't get anything in return. So our team stayed horrible. Since then, they are still horrible. So there you go. Newsflash, don't be an Angels fan because life is hard. Okay, when you have Mike Trout, who's had 3 MVPs in that span on your team, which means most valuable player, best player in the league, 3 different times. That's great. You also had Shohei Ohtani, who also won an MVP on the Angels. What are you going to do? I don't know. It's rough, but life moves on. But anyways, thanks for listening.